Mm.
Let them finish until they're exhausted, right?
I like that.
And all you need to do during that is acknowledge their concerns.
Hmm.
You might paraphrase something for, to make sure that you understand it and that you're also demonstrating to them that you're listening.
Yeah.
But again, the main thing is let them talk until they're exhausted. You're not going to fix things and you're going to come across as defensive if you talk over them or if you jump in with some type of solution, right?
Oh,
Let them talk.
good.
I think the other thing is validating their feelings. So there's that, trying to use constructive, like solution oriented phrasing, like let's find a way to resolve it, something like that. Or
I
what would
love
it take,
that.
to make this a positive? At that point, when they're exhausted, when they've repeated themselves three times and you've heard it, and you really want to, finally get to some resolution, that's when you can really get to actionable steps. But it's important at that point to involve your colleague or your customer, whoever you're working with, in the decision making, and let them choose the best resolution.
Mhm.
A lot of times that starts the conversation will start out at a high, a lot of emotion from the colleague or from the customer, but by the time you get to this point, it's a you're it's a very professional conversation if you go
Mhm.
through those steps.
Yeah.
So I
And
think that those are the kind of things that I've learned to try to handle those difficult conversations like that.
I think you should
Uh,
teach a class, Brian. yeah, me too. That was great advice. I
Yeah.
can't, there's not much to add to that. I totally agree with everything that you were just saying there, Brian. And I do think that it is important to remember not to take things personal, right? Because we do have a tendency to, and that's something that I talk to my team about all the time and everything. It's like even when you're giving constructive feedback, you're not saying, oh, I think Cindy is a horrible person. You're saying, we have a problem with this particular thing or project or task or
Yeah.
whatever it is. It's not a reflection on the individual as a person, and it is hard sometimes to separate that out and not think that they're attacking you directly and recognize that they're just frustrated
Yeah.
about the project, the problem, whatever it is. But it is really important to remember that, so I really like that.